Good morning to Ashley and Chelsea from One to One Fit. How are you guys today?
Great.
Well, good to see you this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So you probably got up at like 5, started working out, and then you came in.
Yeah, after I made my juice.
Oh,
Yes,
okay, there
you
we
gotta
go.
have the cleanse first.
And well, we're going to talk about one of the new things at One to One, which is yoga.
Yoga.
And healthy yogurt, yoga. I got to
Yeah.
throw it in. So let's talk about yoga. And I asked you a little bit before that there's really not been a yoga spot in North Conway. So you guys are trying to really create the yoga spot, the place to go for yoga.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're trying to just kind of fill one-to-one up with a lot of yoga, a lot of healthful, holistic, a little bit slower, a little bit more mind-body oriented practices. So I think that that's going to have appeal of its own.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about what yoga is versus any other thing that you might do health-wise. What is, how do you describe what yoga is? Someone has no clue. Well, what is yoga? So how do you describe yoga?
I'd say yoga, opposed to any other type of exercise, is more of a mind-body connection. It's about being aware of your body and your breath, and just it's more of a relaxating type of exercise.
Yeah, it's really hugely about becoming fully conscious at all times, not just while you're practicing, but throughout the day of your body and how you can learn to control your body, which is why I think it's had a lot of great benefits with different diseases and everything, because you come very in control of your body and its functions and how it works and how relaxed it is. So.
Now, does that coincide with healthy eating? And I mean, can you do
Definitely.
yoga after going and eating a burger and fries, or?
I mean, you can.
We actually are supposed to practice on an empty stomach.
Okay.
We're here to educate.
Okay, yoga and then go get burgers and fries. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they should go hand in hand. Practicing a healthy lifestyle includes all of those things: eating healthy, exercising daily, and just de-stressing everything in your life. Trying to rid yourself of anything that stresses you out.
People would get rid of me then. Stressing
Maybe you
people
should
out.
come to yoga.
Now with yoga, and this is kind of one of those silly questions, a yoga class, because I would think that in a way you could practice yoga by yourself. Well, why do you go to a yoga class?
Because I have been practicing yoga for about 5 years now. For a while I was continuously practicing on my own. And anytime I did go to a class, it was just a constant reminder. I mean, you experience new postures. The teacher comes over and they give you a little bit more support of like, don't forget that when you're in this posture, you should be doing this, you should feel this. They're constantly reminding you to breathe. So there's just little steps that a teacher does for you that it's just really difficult to do on your own, to remember to do all those things on your own.
Really allows you to push yourself past something you might be comfortable only doing on your own. If somebody says, you can go further into that posture, you're going to feel a lot more confident if somebody who has been doing it for a long time, knows what they're talking about, is telling you to do that.
Yeah. Now, are there a set number of positions or postures? Is it like, 27 things, or is it unlimited?
Traditionally speaking, we both actually practiced in India. I got my 200-hour certification in India, and typically the way it works is there's X amount of basic postures, and then there's like almost an unlimited amount of different alterations of those basic postures after that. I know in the States it's taught a little bit differently. There's a lot of postures that they don't practice in India that they do practice here, so it's kind of, it's taken so many different routes these days and so many people have developed their own form of yoga, so it really varies hugely depending on your teacher, which is kind of a cool thing.
Have either of you created your own posture that would be like the Ashley posture?
Yeah, I feel like every time I practice, I come up with a new posture. So maybe I'll have to name one someday.
Well, then you have to have that. You have to make your mark on the yoga
Yes,
world with your.
exactly.
Mine would probably be the back strain, or lifting the fridge incorrectly, or something like that. So. Well, that sounds great. So when are the classes that you have there at 1-to-1?
My class is actually starting this Thursday, September 20th at 5:15. It is what we call a specialty class at 1-to-1 Fit. It's going to run for 6 weeks. And the class that I teach is going to focus on the 12 basic postures. So each class, is going to be a repetitive routine just to allow the student to become comfortable in those postures and stretch deeper each week and just really better yourself in that routine.
So we'll have that. And then what about you, Chelsea? When are your...
My first class, I have a restorative relaxing class at 5:15 on Wednesdays, and then I have a 4-week introduction to yoga for beginners that follows that at 6:15. And then on Friday, I have a class from 11 to 12, which is more of a basic training of the traditional form of yoga that I was taught in India.
And I imagine you'll be expanding these classes as more and more people...
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, if someone wanted to, say they were a little nervous about going to a class or whatever, could they meet with you and kind of get an introduction to yoga before they
Yeah.
suddenly go to a class?
I will be
Absolutely.
doing private lessons at 1-to-1 as well. I'll be there for certain days and certain times throughout the week. Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, I've got times where I'll be there, open to do health coaching, nutritional coaching, and private yoga lessons. So.
Well, that's great. Well,
Yeah.
1-to-1 just seems to keep adding new things.
Breaking the mold.
Breaking the mold,
Yeah.
getting people healthy. Serving donuts in the back room. Oh. I know Michelle.
Yeah, she's
thinking-
watching you.
That's right. She's eating donuts. I'm eating a hot dog later, Michelle. Well, that sounds great. And you can check it out. 1-to-1, of course, has a great website.
They do.
Yep.
And of course, you're located right in North Conway, just past the hospital if you're headed north. And I'm sorry, are you saying? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Kelly was
there
talking.
it
Yep,
is.
there's the website right there. So definitely check that out and check out all the great things. that, of course,
Facebook.
that's right.
Tons of updates on Facebook.
Well, I've got that, and every once in a while, what's great is that you scroll down and you get these Facebook pictures from Michelle. And I think Carrie's got one in there.
get you for
So, yeah, we're waiting for the two of you. No, but you'll have to do the yoga move. You know.
Yeah.
You tell Michelle you want one of those pointing pictures, but in a yoga move, and we want to see it on Facebook. So
We'll make that happen.
So thanks so much for coming down today and having some
you.
fun with us. And it sounds like a great thing. And I've heard some great things already about the yoga, and I'm sure that it's just going to expand and jump right
Yeah,
up.
yoga's for
I think it will.
everyone. Everyone,
Yes.
don't be afraid to try it. There's no one that can't do yoga.
Even bears, yoga bears.
Exactly.
And we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.